That was Alien by The Classic Crime off of their album Patterns in the Static, which was released on February 28th, 2020.
Ooh, I liked it. Very adult pop punk. That's kind of the best, or mature pop punk, where you could tell that they, definitely had that early vibe of, like early Panic at the Disco and all that, but definitely felt a little bit more refined and like they had grown up a little.
Yeah, the little bit of like post-hardcore kind of
some label
where it's a little bit less angsty sounding, I guess, a little bit more adult, but still kind of has that vibe. Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that.
You said this was a Seattle band?
Yeah, they're from Seattle, Washington. They've actually been active since 2004, so the better part of the last 20 years or so.
Wow.
They've only got a few albums. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums. So I guess, that's one every couple of years. Mm-hmm. But they took a little bit of a hiatus there for kind of like the middle of the 2010s and then came back in 2017. Yeah, signed to Tooth and Nail Records. I was just reading about, and I find this kind of amusing, that because they're signed to Tooth and Nail Records, which signs a lot of like Christian rock bands, many people have assumed that they are a Christian rock band, and even being sorted as such on like Spotify and iTunes and stuff like that. But they have never claimed that themselves. That's literally just because of the reputation that this label has.
Actually, that's not the first band I've heard of something happening to that. Even bands like Chevelle were signed to Christian bands or Christian rock labels or something like that, and people just assume that they were, and they're absolutely nothing like that. So
yeah, it's amusing to me, I think, just that, how much a label can affect your image, even if it's inadvertently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can't always trust the whatever Spotify lists them as, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it would be really nice if we had a nice podcast that would introduce us to this sort of music.
Oh, man. Somebody should do that.
Someone should do that. No, I love that at the beginning, as well as what they layered in with the voice. I couldn't tell if it was like either synthesizer or just distorted vocals, but it had a really nice texture to it, and I can't quite place it. But
yeah, on like the ooze,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah. It sounded to me like they were like maybe running the vocals through like an amp or something like that.
Something like that. I'd be interested to see how they had produced all that.
Yeah, it would be interesting. But I've listened to this entire project. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, this track alone had a really nice groove to it. You could really tell that the song, the bridge, the chorus, the verses, they all had a distinct feel and pacing to them that really worked together well.
Yeah.
Timing.
I would agree with that. Yeah, for sure. All right, so what's the next one going to be?
The next one,
the next tune,
is a song by John Gomm off of his newest album. If you're not familiar, John Gomm is, in my opinion, one of the best acoustic guitarists who is around today making music. He just released his second album, The Faintest Idea. This is the first single as well as the opening track called Deep Sea Fishes.